Woe unto you if you come one step closer.
Ah, the Eye of Innos seems to work.
Many of your sort have come. I have swept them all away.
Save your breath. Your big words don't scare me, you stinking spawn of hell. Tell me what I want to know, or I will make you drown in your own blood.
Gothic 2 was released in 2003 by the German studio Piranha Bytes. It's a direct sequel to Gothic 1, improving nearly every aspect of the original. At the time, it earned strong praise for its ambitious world design, harsh atmosphere, and unprecedented sense of freedom. While it never became a global mainstream hit, it quickly grew into a cult classic, especially in Europe, thanks to its unique tone and unforgiving but rewarding gameplay. Like its predecessor, the game begins with a short intro. The nameless hero has defeated the Sleeper and destroyed the magical barrier surrounding the Valley of Mines. While most prisoners escaped, he was trapped in the rubble caused by the massive cave-in in the underground temple. 14 days later, Zardoz, the necromancer who helped you defeat the Sleeper, teleports you to his tower. He explains that the magic in your armor is the only thing that kept you alive. You are weak and have forgotten much. In the meantime, a new threat has arisen: dragons. These dragons have gathered an entire army of lowly servants around them and are preparing to attack somewhere in the Valley of Mines. Zardoz mentions a group of paladins stationed in the nearby city of Khorinis who possess a powerful artifact, the Eye of Innos, which will help you defeat the dragons. If you're playing with the Knight of the Raven expansion, Zardoz also reveals another threat he recently discovered. The DLC evolves around another powerful artifact, the Claw of Beliar, the counterpart to the Eye of Innos. I will talk a bit more about the DLC later. Your first stop is the city of Khorinis, but the guards won't just let anyone in. Claiming the city already has enough rabble, they refuse entry to those without money. There are several ways to gain access: bribery, gathering herbs for the alchemist, dressing as a farmer, or climbing the city walls. Once inside, Khorinis is divided into 3 districts. The lower city hosts most merchants and craftsmen, along with a hotel, barracks, a tavern, and the Temple of Adanos, where you'll find the town's only magician, Vatras. The upper quarter is home to the city's wealthiest and most influential citizens, while the harbor district is a rough area plagued by thievery and drunken brawls, with few stores or attractions besides a pub, some warehouses, and a brothel. The paladins are stationed in the upper quarters town hall, but only citizens can gain access. To meet Lord Hagen, you first need to join a faction. Like in the first game, there are 3 of them: the city militia, the monastery of fire mages, and the mercenaries on Onar's farm. Joining the militia is the easiest route. You just need to become a citizen, which requires apprenticing under one of the city's master craftsmen. There are 5 craftsmen, but only 3 will accept new apprentices: the blacksmith, the bowmaker, and the alchemist. Each has different tasks, and you'll need approval from the other masters to proceed. Once you become a citizen, you can join the militia, whose barracks are north of the marketplace. Their leader, Lord Andre, a royal paladin, will eventually allow you to rise to full paladin status. Paladins gain access to beautiful plate armor and powerful runes, which can be used frequently even without investing heavily in mana. If you want to become a magician, you can join the monastery. You'll need to bring a sheep and 1,000 gold pieces. You start as a novice, performing mundane tasks like sweeping, gardening, winemaking, and distributing food while the mages focus on their studies. After completing several quests, you gain access to the library, where you learn about the test of fire. Any novice can request to participate, and no mage may deny them. Completing all 3 tests will elevate you to a fire mage. The third option are the mercenaries, most of whom are former convicts. Their leader is Lee, a former general and your old friend from the first game. To join, you need approval from most of the mercenaries by completing quests, winning duels, and passing Torloff's test of faith, which involves collecting rent from farmer Seacobe or driving off the militia at Bengar's farm. Once approved, Lee accepts you into the ranks. After joining a faction, you can finally meet Lord Hagen to report the dragon threat. He demands proof, so you must return to the Valley of Mines and speak with Garan, the paladin in charge. Succeeding will earn you the Eye of Innos. Now is a good time to talk a bit about the Night of the Raven expansion. After talking to Lord Hagen, you'll have the option to either continue into the Valley of Mines and follow the main quest line, or explore the new, uncharted region introduced in the expansion. Technically, you could jump straight into the main quest, but in practice, it's strongly recommended to tackle the expansion first. One of the major changes in the DLC is that it rebalances the entire game, making it more challenging, something fans had been asking for. Progression is slower, enemies are tougher, items cost more, and combat requires more strategy. The DLC adds roughly 20 hours of gameplay, a brand new region to explore, and plenty of new quests, items, weapons, monsters, and NPCs. All of its content can be completed during Chapter 2, so there's no reason to return in later chapters. By the time you finish the expansion, you should be around level 20, enough to continue the main quest in the Valley of Mines without too much trouble. Back to Gothic 2's main story. The Valley of Mines is crawling with orcs. Most locations from the first game have been destroyed by dragons or taken over by orcs, with only the old camp's castle still standing. A few paladins are defending the place. Their leader, Garan, agrees to write a letter to Lord Hagen confirming the dire situation. But first, he needs a favor. You must sneak past hordes of orcs and gather reports from several digger groups scattered throughout the valley, detailing how much ore they managed to extract. Once the reports are collected, Garan gives you the letter for Lord Hagen. Back in Khorinis, Lord Hagen isn't exactly thrilled with the letter, but he agrees to give you the Eye of Innos. However, when you reach the monastery to collect it, you discover that the eye has been stolen by one of the novices. Following the trail, you eventually find it at a stone circle deep in the woods north of the monastery. But Beliar's henchmen, the Seekers, have destroyed it.
You have come too late. We have destroyed the Eye of Innos so that it can never regain its power. We shall now demonstrate the futility of your attempt to challenge the Master.
To repair the eye, you'll need the help of Zardas, the Necromancer, Vatras, the Water Mage, and Pirokar, the highest-ranking fire magician. You'll also need some swamp weed. 3 pieces will do. Together, they perform a ritual at the same location where the eye was destroyed and managed to restore it. Pirokar then teaches you how to use it. With the Eye of Innos finally in hand, you're ready to return to the Valley of Mines to face the dragons. At the castle, Garan's men will inform you that there are 4 dragons in the area and provide their locations. The swamp dragon is the easiest, so it's best to take him out first. Then comes the stone dragon, located in an old fort near the Orc Palisade, followed by the fire dragon in a large volcano near Zardas's old tower. Finally, the ice dragon resides in the west of the valley, near the site of the old new camp. After confronting the ice dragon, you learn that their master resides in the halls of Erdarath. Once all 4 dragons are dead, report back to Garan to receive your reward and the freedom to return to Khorinis. Before leaving, though, it's a good idea to exterminate the rest of the valley to grind some experience. This is a one-time opportunity, as you won't be coming back. Back in Khorinis, the countryside is crawling with orcs and their chieftains. After speaking with one of them, you learn that their master has ordered them to hunt you down and kill you. When you reach Zardas' tower, you meet Lester, who tells you that Zardas has disappeared, but he left behind a letter. In the letter, Zardas explains that he must now focus on more important matters and can't assist you in your final task. All the information you need to find the halls of Erdarath is hidden inside a book he previously entrusted to Pirokar back in Chapter 3. The book is magically sealed, but Zardas includes the passphrase needed to open it. When you ask Pirokar about the book, he tells you it's stored in the monastery's underground vault. Inside the book, you discover a key and a note pointing to a hidden dungeon beneath the monastery. The place is crawling with undead creatures. At the very end, you unlock a door leading into Zardas' old laboratory, where you finally find a nautical map showing the location of the halls of Erdarath, an island not far from Khorinis. After discussing this with Pirokar, you learn that the halls of Erdarath are one of the last 2 long-lost temples of Beliar. You quickly come to the conclusion that you'll need a ship, an experienced captain, and a crew of at least 5 people. There are 3 captains you can choose from, and you can recruit up to 12 crew members. mostly your old friends from the penal colony. Unfortunately, the only ship currently docked in the harbor is the Paladin's galley, and Lord Hagen refuses to give it to you. So your only option is to steal it. After gathering your crew at the harbor, you take the ship and set sail for the halls of Erdarath. The halls themselves are a massive temple, similar in design to the Sleeper's Temple from the first game. As you progress deeper inside, you'll have to fight through hordes of orcs, lizardmen, and undead while solving several puzzles. Eventually, you reach a chamber with a giant black door. After defeating several seekers and a dark magician, you find a key on his body that opens a chest containing a spell required to open that door. Behind it waits the final boss, the undead dragon. Your conversation with him doesn't reveal much. He claims Beliar granted him divine power and that he intends to destroy the world. It's a tough fight if you plan to stand toe-to-toe with him, but summoning a demon will basically do all the heavy lifting for you. After the dragon falls, a short cinematic plays. Zardos appears, absorbing the undead dragon's power. You return to your ship and tell the crew that the threat has been dealt with. In the ending cinematic, Zardos reveals that he has become the new chosen one of Beliar, something he had been aiming for ever since the Sleeper's Temple. Before disappearing, he tells you only one thing is certain: you will meet again. Even more than 20 years later, Gothic 2 still stands as one of the finest worlds ever crafted in an RPG. Alive, reactive, unforgiving, and unforgettable. Few games capture the feeling of true adventure the way Gothic 2 does. If you've never played it, you owe it to yourself to step into Khorinis at least once. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more retro RPG reviews.